Hello, everybody. It is Sarah, the founder of the Live Like Roof Foundation. If you see me, you know we're trying to raise some money. Really important. If you're not in our support group on Facebook, please go check it out. That's how I found Bill. What is great about the support page is that people feel confident and comfortable enough to post their stories. And that's one thing that I've gotten feedback on lately, especially about the support group from Halo's mom. Said that, she was worried about her and her husband going into the support group and being judged. And that is actually like the last thing that happens in that group. What happens is you are embraced and you are hugged. And so late last night, I was sitting on my couch, and I'm going to bring in Bill right now. And I was reading Bill's post with like tears in my eyes. I'm getting teary now. And for those of you that know me, you know that's not shocking, me crying. But Bill, I was really touched by your post. And I know that you're a little bit new to the group, but can you please tell us what's going on with Gavin? And I know that Gavin helped you through some really, really tough times. So I want to hear about Gavin and you.
Absolutely, Sarah. Thank you so much. And I will probably tear up too, because this is very emotional for me because it's very recent. And a bit of a background, as of the last couple of years, my background is helping people similar to you, and very much on the front of being able to give and help and support and things like that. And as of last Friday, it just turned upside down. I haven't been in this position a long time. The weekend before last, I took Gavin into the vet. He had a swelling on right above his butt at the base of his tail, and at first it seemed non super or seemed not extravagant, and then ended up within 48 hours from Saturday to Monday morning, it had grown to the size of half of a tennis ball, and it was black and it was bleeding. My vet got me in immediately, and everything that I researched online, what was coming up was like an anal gland infection or something like that. So we tested. They ran a few things. That was the prognosis that they thought, and they took a biopsy. I said that's probably a good idea since I'm here. So the entire week went by without thinking much, and then 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon, I just got the call from my vet that it had come back as a phase 3 mast cell cancer tumor, which just shook me. Just shook me. My family, my dad passed away from cancer. I had a 7-year-old godson pass away from cancer in 2007. So I'm not a stranger to cancer. And in fact, Gavin is named after my godson Gavin, who passed away in 2007. So it just really threw me on my feet for somebody like myself who typically isn't shy of words or short for words. I was stunned and found myself in a position looking for help. And so I reached out to some, close friends, told them what was going on. And then just the frustrating part is I found out on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, and my vet was very dire in his conversation. He said, "This, I don't want to sugarcoat this. This isn't good. You need to get into an oncologist right away." And to get news at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, there's not much you can do. If it was a Thursday, I probably could have got in somewhere. And all the answers I got with all the 24-hour veterinary clinics, like, you're gonna have to wait till Monday. And 72 hours to me just seemed like a lifetime for something of a metastasizing tumor that's going to grow so fast. So I was frustrated over the weekend, dealt with a lot, and came to terms with a lot of things. And like most people who are in this scenario, you hope for this day never comes. But and costly, you don't think about fees or things like that when you get a pet. They add up quick, and within a week, I spent like $2,700, and I'm committed. It's like, what do you do? I can't skimp everything. This dog, and we'll kind of get into the story, literally saved my life. So I owe it to him to repay it back. As I put in the group, about 2016 or 17, I was in a car accident. And had 2 back-to-back shoulder surgeries that were extremely excruciating and took a long time to recover. And during that time frame, I was on a lot of opioids and got addicted to opioids. and it was something that I drastically did not like being on. I tried to quit cold turkey, ended up in the ER. And it was just a challenge. And it was about a close, maybe almost a year's time. And I was trying everything. I was working with my doctor to try to get off of it, but it tore my world apart. And then somebody suggested you should get a dog. And my thought was, I can't take care of myself at the time, let alone a dog. Um, but that thought seeped into my mind that that something to grasp onto, and so I did. I went on a search, and it lasted about a month. And I went through thousands and thousands of pictures. I couldn't find one, and then one day, um, Gavin popped up, and he was the most beautiful dog. And there he is, right there. And if you look, he had the brightest, bluest eyes. And his mix he's a Rottweiler, Staffordshire Terrier, and a boxer. I call him a boxy Staffweiler. And so I immediately got Gavin, and spent the moment I got him, I just became dedicated to him. And within 3.5 weeks, I was off the opioids after trying for a year.
Wow.
And I owe it to him. He really gave me a sense of purpose, a sense of focus. And I knew that if I was going to take care of this little creature, that I was going to have to be the best I could. And really, just anything else in the world just seemed irrelevant at the time. So it really was a godsend, where people say, we rescue our dogs, but they save us. Never more true. So
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, literally, he saved you. I mean, it's just, it's remarkable. It really is. Like, and dogs are so good at that. They're so special. I think that's, it says so much when we hear these stories time and time again about, this dog is it's my everything. Like, literally my everything. This is all I have. I remember one of them said, like, this is all I have. I don't have a family. Like, I have this dog right here. It's incredible.
He's the first dog I've ever had. I grew up with cats galore in our house out here in Colorado, but he was the first pet dog, first dog I've ever owned. And even I thought, I grew up kind of, single for a very long time. And gosh, boy, just a pet hinders you being able to go out. I'll tell you what, you changed my life. I staying in, focused. Oh my God. Thanks for getting all those photos up.
Yeah.
And so, again, he's such an empathetic dog. I was sick over the holidays. I was down for about 6 or 7 days, and he did not leave my side. He was by me. I mean, he just knows. He knows good people. He knows bad people. And I have to say, I found your organization through a friend who had a dog that you guys worked with back in 2016. And he mentioned the Facebook group, and so I popped in and didn't think much about it. I saw the good stories and everything in there, and did not look into too much detail as to what all you were about in your story. And then I put that message up yesterday, and you messaged back, and it gave me the time to take a look at what you've done and what you've gone through, and I'm just blown away at the service that you're providing and that you've put and that you're helping through. Because having gone, you see this stuff all the time, but they say the second you have to go through it yourself, everything you ever heard just goes out the window. You're just in shock. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to turn. Everybody's telling you, but it's what is sad. Everybody's telling you that they have a similar story, and that is so sad. We know when we get a pet that we're going to outlive our pet. But Gavin just turned 6. During COVID, I heard a lot of friends whose dogs had passed, and I thought, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Right now, I'm not ready. I was just not ready to have that happen to Gavin. We're just inseparable. And in my mind, I just pictured another 10 years. I'd be 60 or so, and we'd just be 2 old grumpy dogs, and he'd die by my side, having a great life together. And that was what I'd imagine. I'm still hoping for that. So,
yeah. I mean, and that's the biggest thing, is just hope. A lot of people say to us too, if you can't provide anything else, at least there's some kind of hope, because you can hear stories from other people on the support page. But it is so hard to get a diagnosis when you aren't expecting it, and when you think it's going to just be a simple thing, and then $2,700 later and $5,000 later, it's really, really tough.
And the people who go through this, and it was a little frustrating. I have a little bit of means right now that I will throw everything at it. You sit down in the oncology room, and they tell you, well, it's going to be anywhere from $1,200 to $1,700 today. And I think the moment you say, okay, that works. I mean, I walked out there, it was right at the max, $1,700. And so you are kind of at mercy of to do that. So it's scary, but I couldn't imagine not doing it. I can't skimp on a couple dollars for the dog to save my life.
Yeah, so true. And again, have heard people that are on a limited income, that put everything. We had a woman sell her house and her car for her dog, and the dog still ended up away. And it's like, these are the people that we want to help, and we definitely want to help you. So I know, guys, please donate. I mean, obviously, this dog saved his life. We hear this time and time again, and now he wants to save the dog's life. So please, if you can donate anything, I really appreciate it. I know Bill appreciates it so much. But Bill, we are going to pay the $2,700 that you've already paid, and then we're going to pay up to $5,000. So you'll get some more money on that end. So I'm honored to help. You're the epitome of the person that we want to help, and I know that you live like I do by helping others. So I know how important the work that you do is.
Sarah, I have to tell you, I mean, that means so much. Thank you so much. And I want to tell anybody that's watching it, I mean, again, please donate. On full transparency, I think I sent you an email on this. I mean, I'm responsible. I got dog insurance for Gavin over the summer. It's going to kick in. They're not reimbursing yet. And so this will help be able to take care a lot farther as it can. And so I will greatly be open and gracious to receiving whatever you can do at this point in time. If at such time that if it's been overpaid, I will certainly pay back. I'm not looking, just any out-of-pocket costs that I can do, because it's going to even cost, add up just on even the reimbursement stuff after that. So thank you. I went around work today telling people that it was just such a weight off my shoulder. To say that I can now get the care that we need to say that I've done everything.
Yeah, most importantly, I mean, honestly, you want to do everything you possibly can. So we're here for you. We call you family for life, so you're stuck with us. But I know you have my email, and I'll be in touch, and we're so honored to help you, Bill.
Awesome. I'll put updates into the groups. Everybody join the Facebook group. You can see.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Bill. Have a good night.